Hello friends, welcome to the Angular form tutorial. In this tutorial, we will see the validation for the reactive form in Angular, and we will see how we implement different type of validation in the Angular form. So in the previous tutorial, we have learned the how to create the reactive form and what is the difference between the template driven form and the reactive forms, and we have seen the validation for the template driven form. So let's continue with the validation in the Angular form. So let's go to the application which we have implemented. So here we have implemented a user registration form, and we have created using the form builder. We can create same form using the form control and the form group also, which we have created in the last tutorial. If you didn't watch, I recommended you please go to the part 6 of this tutorial series and see how we can create the reactive form using the form control and the form group. So the difference between the form control and form group and this form builder is that, like, if we use form builder to create a reactive form, then these control no need to initialize, it automatically initialize all these the control. But if we use the form control and form group, we have to initialize all the control. So let's create the validation for the control. So at point this time, let's compile and see at this time what it is showing on the browser. So currently on the browser it is showing a student registration form with some control like student name, student age and password and so many. So what I want like if this student input has invalid data, or if I touch it and come out without entering anything, then I want there should be a red color on the border of this element. So what I will do here, for that what I will do, I will go to the HTML page, and in the HTML page first I will write. So let's create that. So there is a one bootstrap property, and the bootstrap property is like class dot is invalid equal to, and what I want like registration form dot get which property I want, which control name I want, name dot invalid. What I am saying, like if the name is invalid and the registration form dot get is touched, then what it will do, it will create class is invalid. Invalid means it will create the border color as red. Like in template driven form, we created one CSS to make the border color, like we have implemented this. There is a one class we implemented like input.ng invalid, then ng touched as a red. We can do this with this CSS class also, but bootstrap give automatic created class called class dot is invalid. So with this also we can create the border color as the red. So what condition I have made it, like if the name is invalid and the name is touched, then it show this color as a red. So let's save it first. And next thing what we have to do, we have to make this name control as a required. So for that we have to go to the command file, and there we have to add the required field for this control. So let's go to this command component, and here for name we want, so we have to add. So for that adding that validator, we have to import that validator from the form library. So first we have to add this validators from this library, then we have to add it comma validators dot required, like I am making this name field as a required field. Now let's save it and see on the browser. So when I'll click on this student name and without entering anything, if I will come out, it will make this border as a red. So let's click and come out, we can see it is showing as a red color, and if I give anything and come out, it doesn't give anything. So that is the way we can create the validation for the control. But now my requirement is like, if I don't give anything and come out, it should show me a validation error called please enter student name. So for that, go to the HTML form, and under this HTML form, what I will take one div. So in this div, what I will write, star ng if equal to registration.get.name, and we have to take it in the double quotes. And what I will say, like this is invalid and is touch. Then what I have to do, we have to take this condition in the double quotes. Then if ng if means what condition I am saying, if the name is invalid and name is touch, then what I want to show a message, and the message is like name is required. And when I want to show this message, I want to show this message like star ng if equal to, when I want, like if this name dot error contains required. So basically what condition I gave here, I gave if this name property, so this name element error contain required error, then only show this name is required. So let's save it and see on the browser. So on the browser, when I'll click on this and I'll come out without entering anything, it will show name is required message, and if I give anything, it will go out. So we can give one class property to this, like class text danger. So it will show this text in the red color. So if I come and out, and we can see name is required. And next validation what I give, I want to give like this name character should be 4, length should be the 4 character, otherwise it should give a message like name length is minimum length is the 4. So for that what we have to do, we have to go to the component file. If we want to give more than one validators, then we have to take validator in the square brackets, and we have to give comma, and here validators dot minimum length. So there is some validator has shown given by the Angular, we can use these. What I want to show, like minimum length is the 4, and for that here I have to give one more condition, like small if ng if equal to, if this name dot error contains minimum length, then what it should show, there is a class I will give, and the class is text danger, and I will close it. And what message I will give, I will give like minimum length is 4 character, and here we have to give the double quotes. So now let's save it and see on the browser. So it is not showing, maybe some quotes problem is there. So we'll verify like ng if, okay, f should be the small. So let's save it and again see on the browser. So we can see all the control is here. So when I come out, when I click and come out, it is saying name is required, but if I give, it will give minimum length is 4. So if I will give 4 later, it goes out. So that is the way we can give the validators for the control. But like what we have did here, like we are taking the name and the name control error. If name control error contains minimum length error, then it should show this message. Basically, this question mark tell if error is not null, then only fetch this value. If it is null, then it come out from here. So that we have seen in the C# also. So that is a non things. Now here actually for every control I am using this much length, like registration form dot get and name. So what I can do, I can make a one property of this in the component. So like here already I have make that like a student name, and it is going to return this full control name. So what I will do, I will copy this, and here I will replace this with this, and I will replace all. And if I will save and see on the browser, it should work as expected. Like if I click and come out, name is required. If I give 1, it is saying minimum length is 4, so it went out for 4 character. So that is the way we can use the validation in reactive forms. In the coming tutorial, we will see how to create the custom validation in Angular 8. So for this tutorial, this is the thing that how to handle validation in the reactive form. If you have any question, please comment. Thank you.